Uh-oh. Sorry. Nope, good.
You're good? Hey everyone, this
Yep.
is Dan Wisenhunt, editor and publisher of Decaturish.com. This is the weekly Decaturish.com Twitch show. Our guests today are Mike Davis and Bill Taylor with local rock band The Bitteroots. Guys, how are you?
Hey,
Guys,
Dan. Good. How are
doing
you,
very
man?
well.
Good. It's good to see y'all. It's good to see friendly faces. So, Mike and Bill, we've have been you know, okay, y'all are watching Twitch in the background. Yeah, y'all are gonna have to mute that, or
Yeah,
that's gonna get weird. Um,
yeah,
Mike,
Mike, is that you? Is that you watching it?
No,
I don't have it. I don't have it up.
oh well, well
I don't either.
we'll make it work. Anyway, so the Bitterroots have been guests and collaborators and friends of Decaturish since we started. Really, I think Bill Taylor, you might have been one of the first people I ever interviewed back in 2016, and now you're on. This is your sixth album.
Sixth album.
Sixth
Yeah.
album.
So we've been a band for 13 years. Coming up May. And so yeah, this is our sixth album that we're about to put out.
And the title is
Try Me Again.
Try Me
It looks,
Again.
looks just like that right there.
Oh, okay.
So,
And where can you pick this up?
so it's not. We haven't officially released it yet.
Okay.
It actually comes out on April the 8th. And then we're going to have an exclusive listening party on Radio Tucker on the day before, so on April the 7th. We are, however, allowing, if you want to buy it before it's released, we do have it on our Bandcamp site right now. So you can buy the CD, which was a listening implement from last century, but we are still doing CDs there.
Still doing the compact discs.
Yeah.
So, did you write it before the pandemic started, or was this something that was conceived during the pandemic? Tell me kind of the backstory here.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, actually, all of the songs were written well before the pandemic started. And all of the songs are songs that we've been playing for in some cases, going back years and years to the early days of the band. We just sort of refreshed the recordings of them. We have new members in the band that we didn't have, back when we wrote the songs in a lot of cases. So there are new parts that we play now out that weren't on the previous recordings. So the songs are kind of an update to a lot of the stuff that we've been doing for several years.
So did you record it during the last year, and how did that work?
Yeah, I mean, we started tracking in the fall of 2019, actually. So we had started the bass tracks, drums, and I actually Mike recorded his drums first to a scratch guitar, and then I had gone in after that to put the bass down, and then I think PJ had actually had the guitar. But then right around that, the world shut down, so we didn't really know what thing. The original goal for this was to kind of slow roll it anyway. It was kind of a longer term project, so we knew it was going to take a little while. And then when everything shut down about a year ago, we kind of went into hibernation for a couple of 2-3 months, just kind of waiting to see what was going to happen. And then at the end of that, we decided, let's go ahead and see what we can do about finishing this record. And so that's when Laura went in and recorded all the vocals. And then Darren Newfer, our sax player, actually engineered the entire project. So he went and did all the sax parts and then all the overdubs. And then it's been in the can now for about 2 months now. So we were kind of waiting to release it with the return of live music. So we have this large kind of a 3-day run coming up in April. It's kind of our return to live music. So we wanted to release the record around that time. So pretty pleased. We're very pleased with how it turned out. And we'll have it for sale at all the shows. And then it'll also be on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon and all the places that you would normally stream music.
So we have a question from a listener. When will you guys be playing live again, and is there a plan?
Yeah. So we actually had our first show back 2 weeks ago. We went over to Birmingham and played an outdoor show there. an afternoon show. And I got to tell you, it was exactly a year since we had been on the stage prior to that. So March 6th of 2020 was our last show, and then we played on March 6th, 2021. It was a thrill to be back out there. It was a beautiful day in Birmingham, 65 degrees, beautiful. It was just great to see people again and see people dance and people have fun. And all of us, the five of us on stage, were having a heck of a time too. We're really enjoying ourselves. Like I mentioned, we have this 3-night run in April, which is kind of our official kind of, we're back to doing some live shows. So we start on April the 9th down in Macon at Society Garden. And then we come up to Atlanta the next night on April the 10th. And it'll be our first show playing in Atlanta since the end of 2019. So we're very excited about playing a kind of a hometown show there. And then the following night, we're going back over to Birmingham to play over there. And all three of those dates, we're going to be with our buddies in Allgood. Allgood's friends of ours that we've done a ton of shows with. We love hanging out with those guys. So all three of those shows will be outdoors, socially distanced, pod style types of shows. So
in some cases in your car.
Yeah. So a lot of those, all the venues that we're playing, we're really focused on targeting venues who are taking everything, taking all the precautions to keep everybody safe, including the band. So we've been able to find some really good places there. And then we're starting to look at the summer as well. So we've got some additional dates coming up. We've been talking to a couple of our promoter friends and talent buyers, and it looks like, knock on wood, looks like in the fall we might even have some outdoor festivals. So I think the rest of the year is going to play out, though, being mostly outdoors. We'll kind of have to wait and see for the kind of the return of the indoor venues, but we're focusing on outdoors right now.
So I have basically not gone places. I haven't done big events, that sort of thing. What does a concert even look like now? I feel like I've started to forget what that even looks like. What does it look like now? How is it different than maybe what people might recollect before 2020?
Yeah. So so the show that we did last week or 2 weekends ago was very
limited attendance is one thing.
Limited attendance, and that show we ended up the venue was so gracious to actually turn that into a free show. But it required advanced registration. So just like someone would have to go to the ticket site to buy a ticket, they had to go to the ticket site to register. And then, so they had, limited availability. When they got there, everything was ultra clean. Everyone wore a mask. The staff was just incredible there. And then from our perspective, they kept us completely separated. So they brought in a tent, like a wedding tent for us for the green room. We had private bathrooms. We had, we didn't have to interact with anyone that we didn't want to. So they really did just a jam up job of keeping us separated there.
So
I think there was also even a barrier about 10 feet in front of the stage in case anybody wanted to get too close,
So we got a couple of more comments. One person says, "Please come to the West Coast." When are you guys going to the West Coast? When are you doing that?
Would love to try to work that out. We typically try to stay in the Southeast so that I could get back to work on Monday mornings. But we would certainly like to take it on the road.
Another question: will your CD be on Spotify soon, and when?
Yes.
The single is on Spotify now.
What's the single called?
The single October. And it came out on March the 4th. So you can check that single out now. And when the record is released on April the 8th, it'll be Spotify and iTunes and Amazon and all those places.
Like 75 online stores that our music's in. So basically anywhere you stream music, you'll see the new album there.
Gotcha. Are you going to throw it up on the YouTube as well, or you all going to?
Actually, it's on. Yeah. So I didn't realize this because I'm a Apple guy, but apparently Google Music is now turned into YouTube Music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they create a static image to
yeah,
play your song under. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we'll be available, and the rest of our catalog is already out on YouTube as well.
Yeah, that's a neat trick that they did because they got around a lot of rights issues by doing that by creating it to where you could just stream it. But I listen to a lot of books on
Yeah.
tape that way, so um, I'm fine with all that. So you said
Yeah.
we got a song. So tell us a little bit about the song and tell us a little bit about the video before I turn it on for our viewers.
Sure, Mike, you want to knock this one out, or you want me to jump on it?
So the song is called "Time to Spare," and we wrote it. We wrote it before the pandemic, and we got a chance to play it out a couple of times before all the gigs shut down and everything, and kind of all the gigs dried up and they pulled the plug. But so we played it out a couple of times, and we had always planned to record it, but we were sitting around without much to do for months on end. So we got an idea to see if we could produce a recording socially distanced with everybody in their own homes, their own studios, recording their own parts, separate from each other. So Bill sent me a scratch acoustic guitar part to play along to. I've recorded drums to it, sent that off to him. He recorded a bass part to that, and so on and so on. And it all got back to Darren to mix all the parts together. So so this song, "Time to Spare," was a socially distanced recording. And when we got ready to release it, we thought we'd put together a video for it, and we made that in a socially distanced way too, with everybody just recording themselves and their parts for the video to stitch back together on the back end. So.
All right, well let's hear it. This video is "Time to Spare," and it's by the Bitteroots. Check it out.
He's leaving his story behind.
Find Despair by the Bitteroots. Harry, that was good, y'all. I really like the video. Tell me a little bit about the. I mean, I see a lot of Decatur locations in there. Not quite clear on what's going on with the shower. What's what's happening there?
So when we decided to do the video, obviously we did this right in the middle of when did we do this, Mike? In July, I think. It was right in the
July
middle
or
of
August,
summer.
yeah.
The world was still very much shut down. And, I think what we said is, let's just go shoot yourself, having fun, doing whatever, right? And, several of us, so I won't take credit for Darren. Darren had the wardrobe for it. I'm not sure where all those outfits came from that he had.
I think Darren had the most fun.
I know Darren had a lot of fun with it. So the idea was just to go have fun with it. Send me a bunch of video, and then I put it together, and that's what we came up with. So we had a lot of fun doing it, and we might even do that again for some other songs coming up. Same kind of same model there, because it works, and it's a lot of fun for us to do it.
Yeah, so I guess you had like a track of the song, and you were kind of dancing to it in the thing, and is that kind of how that worked? You had it, and you were grooving out to it, and then filming it, and then putting the pieces together.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we just I did it with 2 cell phones when I did mine. I had one with the track playing, and then had did my dancing and lip syncing and all that stuff to it. So
I like the hat. The hat was choice.
I've had a lot of compliments on that hat. That's one of the that was a Walmart purchase, and I was convinced when I bought it, it's the most redneck thing that Walmart sells, and I got it for July 4th. So
you ever been to the Decatur Walmart? You ever been to that one in North Decatur?
Yes.
You ever run into somebody from the city of Decatur in that Walmart, and it's like running into a Baptist at the liquor store?
That's right. Actually,
they're ashamed to be there.
We're all like,
yeah.
well, hey.
Which is actually great, wearing a mask in there. So
right.
kind of stay somewhat anonymous, right?
People are like, I'll never shop at Walmart, and then they're like, but I need some light bulbs and a lawn chair. And a cheap pork
cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat.
Well, and that's where the cowboy hat came from, was the Decatur Walmart, and it felt like I'd struck gold when we found it. So
yeah, I
wore it out of the store. So
there's a lot of hidden treasures at that Walmart, and on a good day, all the escalators are working. So
I've never experienced it.
Really?
I've never been in that place with all 3 escalators working at the front there.
I usually try to post on Decaturish about it, like all 3 escalators working now.
It's got to be a major event, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's so good to see y'all. So, well, we got some comments. Oops1 says, WTF, the best guys ever. I love you guys. Friends is spelled wrong, and then it's a pound sign. So I think Oops1 might have started St. Patrick's Day a little early. Which cheers to all of that, and
friends is hard to spell. I mean, we've got some slack there.
Yeah,
it is.
So this is the Decaturish.com Twitch show. This is the Bitteroots. So quick, if somebody wants to sign up to go to your next show, where do they do that?
Yeah, so the easiest thing is to join us on Facebook. That's where that's kind of our main channel. But we're also on Instagram and Twitter, and we have our own website and Reverb Nation. I mean, Bandcamp. We're listed on a lot of different websites. But Facebook's got currently all the events coming up with all the ticket links and all the information. Like I mentioned, Friday night we're starting out. Friday, April the 9th, we're down in Macon at the Society Garden, a completely outdoor show. Limited. We're only limiting tickets to 200 people for that one, so pretty limited audience there. And then the next night we're up in Roswell for the From the Earth drive-in series. This is a pretty cool concept. If you're familiar with From the Earth, great brewery up in Roswell. They've got a huge parking lot out front, and so they're bringing an outdoor stage in. But then people can buy basically parking spaces, and within those parking spaces, you can have up to 4 people. You end up bringing your chairs and your table, and then the From the Earth staff with just excellent food and just excellent beer will bring that to your spot. And so as long as you stay in your kind of parking spot, you can dance, have a good time, kind of have a night for returning to music. But when you're outside that spot, it's masked. Follow the rules there. So um, and that's limited to I think 350 people. So once again, still it's limited limited attendance. And then over in Birmingham, we're playing at Avondale Brewery. Great, just an amazing stage over there, outdoor stage. We've played it a handful of times. It's normally probably a 1,500 cap venue. So it'll be restricted down to about 300 people as well. So that's the biggest thing right now that the venues are doing is just really restricting the amount of people there so that people just aren't like on top of each other like normal kind of sweaty loud rock shows. And then most of these places, or at least the second and third night, will actually have cordoned off areas where that's your spot. You need to stay in your spot, type of thing. So yeah, that's what we've got going on. And then, like I said, we've got we traditionally we've done an annual show for our anniversary every year at Eddie's Attic. We just in the last couple of days rescheduled that for October. I mentioned earlier we're not quite ready to do indoor shows yet, but we're going to move it to October, and hopefully by then we're back to full capacity and doing real shows. And then we've got some other stuff that's in the works for late summer and fall already, and those dates are starting to pop up in our calendar as well. We're just really kind of waiting to see how this vaccine rollout is going to happen and how it's going to affect the venues and that type of thing. And sadly, we've had a couple of venues that we've been playing for years that haven't made it through being out for a year. So in some ways, in some markets, we're going to have to. It's kind of a rebuilding time for us to find venues that we can play in. So there's certainly a lot of bands out there that haven't played in a year. And then there's going to be a lot less venues for those bands to play in moving forward.
Well, we definitely are all hoping and praying we can get back to a time where you can all dance and sweat on each other and enjoy each other's company and enjoy our local acts like the Bitteroots. Bill and Mike, so wonderful to see y'all. Please keep us posted. Let me know if you need to put anything on the Decaturish events calendar. We got you covered on that. And
yeah, I mean, and we want to thank you, Dan, and the entire Decaturish team for supporting the Bitterroots since the very beginning. It's been a really good kind of loose partnership here, and we appreciate everything that you guys do here in Decatur as well, and always supporting us.
Happy to do it. Happy to do it. So this is the March 17th edition of the Decaturish Twitch show. It is St. Patrick's Day. If you are planning on tying a good one on, I would advise you to, one, don't drive drunk, but also pay attention to the weather because it's going to get really bad. And being intoxicated might not be your best move tonight. So stay alert. Listen to your TV and radio outlets. Stay safe. There might be tornadoes tonight. We will see you next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. We will have a good guest lined up for you. We'll figure out who that is shortly. Take care, everyone. Have a good weekend. We'll see you again next Wednesday. Bye-bye.